Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully update our category name, our categories. Here I have added some of the limitation. So friend, I have already covered that categorize all that post data now visible, right? So now I want to visible all that our blog data. I have already created that design, so that will be the same design one by one that will be display. Okay. Now let's do that work. For doing this, in our menu area, I want to add another route. If you now go to our Frontend, right now we don't need this. Also, we don't need this. I want to just simply make it as a clean. Now, if you go to our Frontend, into the Frontend, there is a body and there is our header. Into this header area, there is all that our menu. You can see there is our blog. So now I want to make it as a clean. Only one will be enough. I don't need any or drop down, so that will be our href. Into this href area I want to put one of the URL, so that will be the one of the URL. I just put on the route, and our route name, I name it whatever name I actually choose. Right now I name it as a home blog. Okay, that will be as a home blog. Now we have to create our route in our web. Now go to our web. Into this web, now to create another get method. Okay, so better I copy it, and after that I want to paste it. Perfect. So now that will be our name. I name it as a home blog. I copy it, so now that will be as a home blog. Okay, that will be as a home blog. And also I want to name our URL. I only want to make it as a blog. Okay, then that will be as a /blog. And I want to create another method. I want to create another method as a home blog. Okay, so that will be as a home blog. Great. Now I want to create our home blog in our blog controller. Now go to our blog controller. Here after this, I want to create another new one that was a public and then function, and that is our method name as a home blog. So it's very much easy. And now I want to get all the data, right? I want to get all the data from our blog table. So I make on the variable as a all blogs. Okay, blogs. I make it as all blocks, and all blocks will be from our block model. With this block model, I want to get all that latest data. So that is the latest data. I simply get it. Okay, I simply get all that our latest data. Perfect. Now I want to display it. So that will be a return one of the view page or return view page in our Frontend. Into the Frontend, now I want to create another new page as a blog, and then I want to compact all that our data. So that is a compact data. Compact data will be which one? I have already get all that our latest blog data. I take the things with this variable. Now here I simply pass it as a all blocks, and into this all blocks here that should be also some of the category, right? If you want to also display the category name, better I want to take that category. That will be just like that categories. Okay, better I copy it. I have already covered it. Now I want to paste it, so that will be the categories. I also want to pass that categories data, so I copy it, and then here I pass that our categories data. Great. So I have already created the design. Our layout will be just like our categorize wise. All that blog I have already loaded, right? So now that will be our same layout. I want to do. If you go now, there is a blog we have to create in our Frontend. Into the Frontend, I want to create on the new file, and I just simply name it as a save as. That will be as a blog.blade.php, and that page layout will be just like our cat blog details, right? So that is our cat blog details. That will be just like that same. Okay, that will be just like that same. Better I want to copy everything from here. That is a layout, and now I want to use it in here. So right now I want to customize it. I make it as a all blog. Right now here we don't need to pass any category name. I make it as all blogs. Okay, then that will be all blogs, and there is our for each data. For each data will be same. Here I name that as a all blocks. I pass it in our blog. So now that will be as a all blocks with the item. Now that should be display. Okay, that should be display our images, our title, details, everything will be same. Okay, everything will be same. Here we don't need to change anything. Also here I use that as a style limit as a 200 character, which is totally fine. Carbon will be display, and that is our and for each. Okay, so friend, that's all. And also that is our blog. Also blog all will be the same. Here I also want to use that same variable name, so that will be the same variable with the all. It will be display our recent all that blog. And for the categories, you can see for the reasons I have already take our categories. I pass that name as the same name as the categories in our blog page. So into this blog page, Now you can see there is a categories as cat. It should be get that our categories data. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now if you click as a save all, so right now I have 4 posts, right? I have the 4 posts. Now that should be displayed as a 4 post. First of all, I'm going to refresh it, and if you go, you can see our menu is successfully updated. Now if you click it in here, now our URL, I am name it as a /block, and for the block right now you can see it displays all blocks, and there is a 1, there is a 2, there is a 3 and 4. All block is now successfully loaded, right? So they have all block is now successfully loaded. And also if you want to get that categorized data, there is a categorized block data is successfully loaded. And if you go pan, yeah, there's a Facebook related, they have the 2 post data is loaded. Go to that details page, our details page should be loaded. You can see it's now successfully loaded. Great. So friend, that is the main core functionality. I hope you like it very much. So rest of this actually just simply remove it, or rather than if you want to add some of the comment option, that will be the same, because in our contact page they have also another form. I will also discuss about that things with you. There is a contact form. So from here, if you want to get that details data, you can receive this data in your backend. Okay, so I'll do the things later. So I have already discussed about the main functionality, friends. So now you know how to make dynamic every part. Okay, so if you already complete this portion very perfectly, now rest of this will be not hard for you. Okay, so I want to share some of the things with you, like as a footer part. If you want to make that footer part dynamic, how can dynamic that part, and also how can receive some of the contact form data, how can receive this data in your backend, how can update or all that URL. So all that URL also we have to update, and then our work is we have to use that as an active link. When you execute it as an about page will be executed, right? So here also we have to update it. So step by step some of the things I will share, but main concept I have already shared it, friends. So if you understand my code, then I think Laravel for creating some of the basic project, it will be not much hard for you. It will be very easy. You can create any type of website and you can make it as a dynamic. Okay, so friend, in our next video I want to discuss about how to update, that means how to make dynamic your footer part. I hope you already know what exactly the things you have to do, but I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.